Hey, so if someone says I want to move to AZ, tell me more about it. How would you tell them more about?
Tell them more about AZ.
Yeah, so I saw this question the other day on social media, and I was just like, tell me more about, like, it said, like, Buckeye.
Yeah.
Like, tell
me more about Buckeye.
And it was like, tell me more about Buckeye. I want to move there. And I'm just like, that's a good question. Must do it for the podcast.
You should just make it like the place that you shouldn't want to move.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah.
How would you do it?
Okay, so I would say, besides the meth heads and the constant barrages of gunshots that you hear on the mountain range, about 15 minutes away from where everyone else lives, I'd say that it's basically
Arizona in general, not Buckeye, asshole.
That is Arizona in general.
Okay.
So I mean, like, besides, like, you know,
all right, go
besides the East Valley, that's kind of how it is, you know. But basically, if you're farther away from more things, there's less things to do. So there's gonna be more drug addicts. There's gonna be more alcoholics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how it is in Apache Junction, for example. That's how it is out in Buckeye.
Not really.
I mean, as far as you know, because you're actually a citizen and you care about, you know, your community. But then there's Karens that are moving out there to Buckeye that are, like, complaining there's no HOA. And it's like, yeah, that's because it's all fucking dirt.
All right.
And there's nothing to really, like...
That's how I would explain it.
Okay.
Is that how you explain it?
Yeah, I'd be like, just don't move to Buckeye. Like, if you really want to move to Arizona, don't move to Buckeye.
Well, no, don't move here in general.
Yeah, don't move here in general either.
So if someone goes, I really would like to move to Arizona, tell me more about it.
This is like a 55-year-old white guy.
It's a twat.
Okay.
Like, don't move here. It's 120 degrees.
Yep.
Your fucking air conditioner will start melting. Your house will burn as you go. Gila monsters are coming through your doors and eat you limb for limb as rattlesnakes bite your fucking face off. Oh, the humanity.
There's brown recluses,
cactuses
black
are just
widows.
going to follow you all over, and don't get me started on those jumping choyas.
Oh man, those things actually do fucking jump.
Yeah, they do.
It's not funny.
Don't come here. Oh, the traffic is horrible. People are so stupid at driving.
Yeah.
The minute you're going straight, some motherfucker comes in and T-bones, and it'd be a straight road.
I'm taking a right in the left-hand lane. Good luck, everybody else.
Hey, look, HOV. Wham! Oh, don't come here at all. The people hate you if you just moved here, so they throw cactuses at you because their hands are just full of thorns.
Yep.
Oh, the humanity. Don't move here. It's a disaster.
And scene!
And scene. Hey everybody! I forgot to turn on my mic and Josh just jumped over and tapped it on.
I'm good at tapping things.
Whoa.
Hey
now. Hey everybody, this is About an Hour. I'm Cisco.
I'm Josh.
This is Josh. And this is About an Hour, where we give you your weekly recap on what happened this week.
We got a lot of shit to talk about today.
We do. It feels like lately we have. And so yeah, we give you a weekly recap, we joke, we laugh, we try not to argue, but it can happen.
Yeah, it happens quite often.
And we're going to begin just because we got a lot. So,
start us off, Francisco.
I will. So, Rush producer clarifies comments about Alec Baldwin film being completed after Helena Hutchins' death.
Yeah, the one lady, the director or something, right? Or co-director?
That's right. I was doing a Western movie, and I pulled the trigger too hard, and I killed her. So
wasn't my fault.
It wasn't my fault.
I didn't shoot her.
It was a live round, but I couldn't stay in my room. I had to go talk to producers.
You know, I gotta say something about that.
I had to talk to everybody.
Isn't the idea of any gun, like, it doesn't matter if it's real or not, to pull the trigger, cock it and pull the trigger at least once, during or whenever you're aiming it at somebody, like away from somebody at the ground or something? Isn't that like standard procedure to clear the chamber, just in case if anything is in there. It doesn't really matter if it's real or fake or whatever. Isn't that...
Well, they're dealing with revolvers. So you would assume... Well,
you clear the chamber, right?
Well, you would see where you don't got a bullet. You can pull them out.
Okay, well, there might be something in the like barrel of the gun.
No.
Because the rounds, while they're just blanks, they still have gunpowder in it. So it can still fire something. If there's something shoved in the barrel...
But is it the hammer? I don't know. I don't know my gun parts, even though I own guns.
Yeah.
The hammer part. I'm going to say it's the hammer.
Okay.
When you pull that back and you pull the trigger, when that thing hits it, it hits the bullet, which makes the impact, which shoots the bullet out.
Yeah, the gunpowder.
There's a shelling in there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, if you pull all the bullets without pulling the hammer back, you didn't shoot any, you still got the bullet,
Right. So someone didn't clear the chamber.
Nothing stays in there. Am I making sense? Nothing stays in there when you pull
as far as you know. But what I'm saying is blanks don't have the actual bullet. They just have the gunpowder.
Right.
So it looks like it's a real bullet, but it's not. And if there's something in the barrel, then the gunpowder will, push whatever is in the barrel and fire it out like a regular projectile.
Yeah.
So I just feel like it was Alex's fault, sorry, not Alex's,
no.
Alex's fault for not checking the barrel.
Well, that wasn't his job.
Well, that's just common sense, though.
They hired a gun guy.
I know, but that's just... I feel like that's common sense. If you gave me a gun and you said, "Oh, it's empty," I would still be like, fire it just to make sure there's nothing in there, and then be good.
Actors.
Well,
Hollywood.
They have even more responsibility.
They assume everything is made ready to go.
Okay, well,
so the Rust producer and Jewel Nigam is clarifying an earlier comment in which Nigam said the film would be completed despite the death of cinematographer Halyna Hutchins.
Oh, wow.
So this is a quote. "My statement that I was confident the film could be completed with just my optimism and not an actual plan," end quote, Nigam told Fox Digital Media on Monday. Many of those who were involved in hope to honor Halyna by completing her last work, but at this point, it is just hope. So, obviously, Rust is obviously a horrific tragedy. The investigation will hopefully be resolved soon and will unveil what happened. Obviously, there will be people out there who will have negative perspectives, but we're confident about continuing to make quality movies. We're confident we'll be able to complete the movie, he added. Hutchins was shot and killed on the set of Rust, for those that don't know, while filming an insert scene for the Western on October 21st. The cinematographer was directing Baldwin on how to aim the revolver for a close-up shot when the gun fired. Baldwin claimed he pulled the hammer of the gun as far back as he could and released it, but never pulled the trigger of the gun. Baldwin admitted in interviews with authorities and during a televised interview that he was not aware there was a live round inside the revolver when he pointed it at Hutchins.
So there was a live round in there?
Well, yeah, they told him there wasn't.
Oh.
So someone snuck in a live one.
Wow.
That was the whole...
That could have been anybody.
Well, yeah. Well, they had a... Yeah. So it's an open investigation. We're not going to go into rumor and innuendo, but...
So about that, in order to get people to want to watch that movie because of what happened, they're going to have to, go on, a promoting spree and say... And also finish up the investigation before the movie comes out. Because I know for a fact that if they release that movie before the investigation's over, no one's going to want to see it. Because then they'd be supporting a movie that killed somebody. You know what I'm saying? Oh. So it's kind of like the whole Amber Heard thing. It's like, I'm not going to go... I wouldn't want to go see the fucking... Jason Momoa... What's it called?
Aquaman 2.
Aquaman 2. I wouldn't want to go see that if Amber Heard's in it. Because she's bitch. She's lying. She
shitted on the bed.
She shit on the bed.
What a shitter.
She's a horrible actor anyways. So I wouldn't want to see that movie because of that. So but in this one, in Rust, someone actually died. So
not on camera.
Finish your shit. Finish recording it. Release the information to the public a month before it actually premieres, and then you might get some people to go see it. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion, at least.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a fishy story, so I'm not really must know everything.
Right.
Moving on. So Ricky Gervais, one of my favorite comedian actors.
Yeah.
Comedian. Smart people are less easily offended.
Damn right.
Ricky Gervais.
We're fucking geniuses.
So Ricky. Motherfucker. So Ricky Gervais was in a philosophical mood during his recent appearance on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, offering his opinions on taboo subjects. The relationship between
You say taboo?
Taboo.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I caught on.
Sound like Dr. Seuss.
I don't know how, but okay. The relationship between comic and audience and how smart people, quotes, are less likely to be offended by satire. So, here's a quote. I deal with taboo subjects because I want to take the audience to a place it hasn't been before, end quote, Gervais said. There is a tension, quote, and then end quote. As examples, he cited, quote, famine, AIDS, cancer, Hitler, end quote, and suggested that the success of these kind of jokes has to do with the intelligence of the crowd. I think people get offended when they mistake the subject of a joke with the actual target, he said, and smart people know you can deal with anything, particularly when you're dealing with something like irony. Gervais does not seem to be suggesting that people should get over obviously bigoted jokes, or that smart people are attracted to mean humor. He explained in his kind of edgy comedy, you laugh at the wrong thing because you know what the right thing is.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
You're part of the game, Colbert chimed in. You, the audience, are in on the game. Gervais also defended the need for humor in a bleak and brutal world. Humor gets us over bad stuff. That's why I laugh about terrifying bad things. That's why comedians are obsessed with death. It's an inoculation to the real things that are going to happen. Fucking man.
Yeah, I think I agree with every part. Yeah. Thank you, fake audience. I think I agree with everything that he said there because.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I think in order to understand a joke, in order to laugh at a joke, you have to understand the joke.
Exactly.
And if you are an idiot and you can't understand the joke, then you're not going to be able to laugh at it. Or you're going to take it really offensively and say like, oh, the Holocaust isn't funny. Oh, type of thing. Or Hitler
you laugh at it because holy fuck, that's so wrong.
Right.
But funny at the same time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's so opposite of what reality is or whatever it may
be. Like that joke that you were telling me the other day, like a few episodes ago, that, what was it called? Like that really gross joke with Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one.
The Aristocrats?
Yeah, the Aristocrats, yeah. That was an extremely fucked up joke.
So
but it was funny because it was just...
It's out of the normal.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not meant to take, being serious. When mothers and fathers do
it's like, that's...
kids.
Yeah, it's like... Allow it. It's like, just get a fucking sense of humor and grow some intelligence. I don't fucking know.
So he nailed it. Yeah. I mean, he nailed it. Yeah. I think that's how I see it.
Yeah, I agree.
I try to be. If I can't make you cringe... I don't find it funny. The minute I say something disgusting and make you cringe, I find that the most funniest fucking thing.
It's like, yeah, I said that. You heard me say it.
Squirm. This is great. So moving on, but I can't get over it. And just nailed it.
Shit and pissing off.
Moving on. So, the next I got is Musk, and before I get into the story, I think it got brought up if Musk were to buy Twitter, the liberal left, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. I hate getting political now because it's all about jokes here for me.
Yeah.
Would try to go for him, right? Like a hunt. We're going to bring him down so he doesn't get this deal.
Oh.
Elon Musk is in town. So anyways, the story that has come out is Elon Musk is being... alleged, I guess, for sexual misconduct.
Oh, yeah.
Did I say that right?
Sexual misconduct, yeah. So it has to do with a plane and...
Yeah, so Elon Musk responded late on Thursday to a report claiming that his aerospace company SpaceX settled a sexual misconduct claim that was made against him by a female flight attendant by saying that the accusation that the woman made were untrue. Business Insider reported that a flight attendant who worked as a contractor for SpaceX corporate jet fleet accused Musk of exposing himself to her several years ago, touching her and offering to buy her a horse in exchange for an erotic massage. How the fuck old are you? 12?
Yeah, I don't know.
I want a pony. Well, you gotta.
I've always wanted a stallion.
Yeah, stick your hands out. Well, stick your hands out here. You'll get a horse. For the record, those wild accusations are utterly untrue, Musk said on Twitter. But I have a challenge to this liar who claims their friend saw me expose to describe just one thing, anything at all, scars, tattoos, that isn't known by the public. She won't be able to do so because it never happened. Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
So Musk said that the friend in the story, who reportedly gave details of the alleged incident to Business Insider, is a far-left activist/actress in LA with a major political axe to grind. The report said that the company settled the claim for $250,000. The flight attendant told her friend that Musk, who is the wealthiest man in the world, asked her to come to this room during the flight for a full-body massage, and then when she arrived, he was naked, and that he propositioned her during the massage and offered to buy her a horse. The flight attendant reportedly did not engage in any sexual acts and claims that work began to dry up after the alleged incident. The flight attendant told her friend that she felt she was being pushed out and punished for refusing to prostitute herself. The report said that SpaceX has in-house massage therapists as a perk for executives, and that the flight attendant was encouraged by superiors to get professional training. Jesus Christ, this thing's lengthy. But I guess we can stop there. Right?
Yeah. Pause. Just fix your mic. I think you're gonna have to move your mic like this way.
What's going on?
Just move your mic.
Are we live?
Yeah, of course we're live.
Why are you doing this now?
Because I feel like fucking with your mic.
Oh. Did it bother you the position it was on?
No. I just feel like it'll probably sound better like that. Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, do you want me to just continue reading?
Well, how long is that article?
Yeah, we're good. We can.
I just feel like I have no reason to trust Musk at all. Like I don't know him as a person.
Oh.
But I really feel like someone who
I trust him.
I really feel like someone who
a man with money is always needed to be trusted.
No,
said every gold digger.
I feel like a man who is probably one of the richest people in the world, and openly says random shit on Twitter, could say whatever he wants anyways and tell the truth, and people wouldn't really care. So I think this might just be like a cash grab that someone probably said, "Oh, I saw, you paid off the girl that asked for the horse or whatever."
Here's the deal.
But I saw it too, and I want your money also.
Well, no,
I'm gonna try to piggyback off.
So
of
she
it.
signed a
NDA or something.
Yeah. And she told a friend. Well, this friend believed she had the power to stand up for her friend. And so she's the one that spread out the word and went to somebody and told them about this incident.
Yeah.
Because, again, she was not the one that signed it. It was her friend. Does that make sense?
Her friend signed the NDA?
So the girl who's a massage therapist who signed the disclosure agreement told her friend.
Okay.
So the friend said she had to do something to stand up for the massage therapist.
So she signed an NDA and still told the friend?
Well, she told her friend, yeah. But the friend now believes she has the authority and to stand up for her friend because the friend did not sign it.
Okay,
so that's why she's running around
This is what I'll say about that. You know what an NDA is, right?
Yeah, you're going to get sued.
Well, anything that is discussed in the NDA that you violated, you can get sued for the amount of money that was provided, and you could also go to jail for violating the contract, depending on what was in there. And on top of that, now the friend is liable because they were the ones that brought it to light, if it's true, and they can also go to court. And I can almost guarantee you if it ends up getting to there, SpaceX or Musk or whoever's the defendant would destroy their entire thing. They'd be like, well, there's an NDA signed, so if this is true, you're going to jail. And, so both of you will go to jail. And then you might walk away with just bad rep and bad press at that point. And you've also sullied the Musk name, so that was just slander, so I'm going to sue you for that too. Or you can just drop it. You know what I'm saying? They really don't have a...
Yeah, they'll talk in a room before it gets to court.
Yeah, and they'll be like, listen, you have no leg to stand on. You might as well just say that you lied. That way this could all go away. Because if you don't, then you're going to get railroaded until you're dead. You will go to jail. You'll be broke. You'll be bankrupt.
Gosh, you're so dark.
I'm serious. You
will rot in jail.
NDAs.
You should have just taken the fucking horse, you dumb bitch.
like literally though. But NDAs, you can't fuck around with things like that for big companies. Right. Like if it's just for like a small little mom and pop, I don't think they give a shit. But like Sony, Disney, that type of stuff, they will fuck you.
Right.
You know. Anyways.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens as it unravels before our eyes. Baby formula shortage.
Okay.
All right. So the Abbott and FDA reach a deal on reopening the plant amid nationwide shortage.
Mm-hmm.
The Abbott Nutrition said Monday that it has reached a deal with the FDA to reopen an infant formula plant in Michigan that had been shut down amid the nation's ongoing shortage. Abbott could restart production at the facility within 2 weeks, but it may be 6 to 8 weeks before formula hits shelves. The plant was temporarily shut down in February, and the several brands of powder formula were recalled after the FDA started investigating 4 bacterial infections among infants who consumed formula made at the facility. Mm-hmm. 2 of the infants died. Abbott had denied that its product caused the illnesses, saying that genetic sequencing on samples from ill infants did not match the strains of bacteria found in their plant. About 43% of baby formula supply was out of stock last week, according to the Data Assembly, which tracks the supply across 155,000 stores in the United States. Mm. The out-of-stock rate fluctuated between 2% and 8% for the first half of 2021, jumped to 23% in January of this year, then hit 33% in April. Abbott brands account for about half of the baby formula in the market. And then, I didn't look to it, but I guess 4 babies have been hospitalized in South Carolina due to national formula shortage.
Yeah, so...
explain that, because you just sent
me to say this. About that, I didn't really look into it much, but...
you bastard.
The reason why I'm mentioning it is because that's not only happening in just South Carolina, it's happening all over the country. Yes. The reason why is because if let's say that your baby is allergic to specific brands or types of baby formula, and you can only buy one specific baby formula because it's like sensitive and all this other shit.
Yeah.
It doesn't have, allergens in it.
Sure.
If the baby can't get, the nutrition from either the mom or someone else or from the formula, then they're going to have to go to a hospital for, being malnourished because they can't get food. And then on top of that, the mom is either going to have to relinquish custody to the hospital or to the government because they can't take care of the child, or they're going to have to go to jail because of not taking care of the child. So it's almost like this shortage is going to be causing a bunch of people to lose their kids, because they can't feed their kids. You know what I'm saying?
Some of them wanted abortions.
Oh, and then the people that want their kids, but the people that want their kids can't take care of their kids, and the people that don't want their kids are going to get thrown in jail for trying to have an abortion. So it's like, we're going to make you have kids, and you can't feed them. So fuck you. You know what I'm saying? We're going to enslave this whole population.
Oh my God.
Government power.
Jesus Christ. So I was listening like a week or two ago. Jen Psaki, I don't know if we talked about her before, but
who?
She's she's something with the administration of Biden, but she had to step down because now she's going to MSNBC to whatever, some political thing.
Okay.
But they asked her, I'm gonna sum it up because I don't remember her that well, but what do you tell the American people that if they have a baby that is there's no formula shortage, what are they going to do?
Okay.
And she pretty much just said, just call your local pediatrician. And it was just like, what are they going to tell you?
Yeah.
This baby needs formula?
It's like, okay, make an appointment and we're trying to get your kid formula in 3 weeks. It's like, they'll be dead. What do you mean call your local pediatrician?
It was such a shitty answer.
Yeah.
I'm just like, come on, man. This administration is ridiculous.
Yeah.
The other thing I keep hearing is that, people say, I guess goat milk
can be helpful.
Yeah, it's like
I've heard
you can make your own, but I don't know how. But I guess goat milk
has hormones or.
Well, I guess it should be. I mean, not as a newborn, but I don't know. I don't know the child, but 6 months, 7 months in, 8.
Well, the thing about the whole formula thing is it's supposed to have like hormones that will help you grow and give you like all the vitamins and minerals that you need.
A bunch of goat kids running around.
Yeah, right. But
I'll ram you.
There's a reason you can't use cow's milk in substitution.
It's too strong.
What?
It's too strong.
What do you mean cow's milk's too strong?
It's too strong.
I don't get it.
There's too much. It's too strong.
Okay, sure, whatever that means.
Well, no.
But there's a reason you can't use instant formula cow's milk in substitution for instant formula. Now I have heard
totally because it's too strong.
I have heard some funny shit. Well, I don't know if it's funny, but people have been using whey protein shakes instead. For the formula thing, so
it's gonna come out of two things. It's either gonna be a really buff fucking child or a really fucking fat child that looks like it's gonna do some fucking sumo wrestling.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not sure how true that is.
I don't know.
But can you imagine just like a bunch of like Spartan children running around because of how strong they are? Like, check this out, mom. Fucking pumps out 15 pull-ups. It's like,
Son,
Jesus.
Can you please pick up this end of the sofa? Sure thing, mom. Picks up the sofa like over his fucking head. I found my shoe. You can put it down, son.
I found the toy that I lost. No, but you're right about the prices going crazy. That might have something to do with it too. The fact that it's just everything's going up in prices. I mean, gas prices.
Everyone should just buy a goat. Feed your child straight off the tit.
Right.
The teat.
Just get a scarf.
Oh my god. So I don't know. It's we'll see where things go, but I mean, not looking good for this administration.
Yeah.
Moving on. Gas prices reach new record high.
Again.
My favorite topic. The average gas prices in the U.S. reached to a new record high Tuesday, according to the AAA gas price calculator. The national average cost of a regular gallon of gasoline hit $4.53 early Tuesday morning.
$4.53. Okay, so it's probably higher by now.
This topped Monday's record of $4.48, which in turn had beat Sunday's record of $4.47. And the other.
The rest of the article is pretty.
That's all I got out of it because the rest of the article was just like, oh, Putin and Biden over here, and I was just like,
the general. Basic
I'm just
bullshit.
like after the abortion argument we had, I was just like, we're gonna try to just make it funny.
So what I'll say about this, the average, the national average takes the highest and the lowest, basically.
So right now,
so highest is California and New York probably, and lowest is going to be like Texas. Where like the gas comes from.
Well, I saw something else saying that the whole country is at $4
at least. Could you imagine living in a state?
No one's under $3, and obviously one's under $2.
Could you imagine living in a state where federal minimum wage is literally 2 gallons of gas?
Here you go again. Fuck yourself.
Nah, dude, I'm telling you, I couldn't imagine working at like McDonald's or Jack in the Box or something like that in Texas and having to spend the amount of money to get to work as you make per hour. You know what I'm saying?
I wasted $135 to fill up my tank on Saturday.
That's disgusting.
So let's see.
135. Is that diesel or is that regular like
gas?
Regular unleaded
gas.
It's like 50.
Diesel's $5 now.
Jesus.
Which is kind of nice. I don't drive a diesel, but it doesn't matter. I think I did a snap. I don't know if you saw it, where it was like $4.99 in the morning, and then in the afternoon after work, it was at $5.19.
Oh my fucking god!
So within 8 hours,
it went up 20 cents.
It went up. Yeah, it went up. God. And it's just like, stop, stop.
Just stop going.
Please stop fucking us. Like, I don't.
And Biden's like, buy an electric car.
Yeah, like, hey, Josh.
It'll be nice.
It's me, Biden.
Yeah.
You want a Tesla? Don't get it. Get the new Ford Mustang. Fuck Musk. Hey, look at me. Hey, I hope you got $60,000 in the bank. That's how much an electric car costs.
And then you got to pay to charge up your car at the supercharger station.
Solar power.
Oh, did you know
wind power.
Solar and wind.
Yeah.
Earth, wind, and fire.
Yeah. Wow.
Sure.
Crazy.
No. all automotive companies worldwide are going to be switching to only electricity by 2035, I believe. So, Lexus is starting, Mercedes is starting, BMW I think is already there. Obviously, Tesla.
But it's got to be a slow. Electric cars are fucking new.
Yeah.
No one has the money. The average middle class person,
even
though they tell you middle class is now gone thanks to this administration. Yeah. But moving on from that, no one has $60,000 to just go fucking get an electric car.
Yeah, until an electric car costs $25,000 or less.
Not even that. The moment you can buy a used, maybe under $15,000 to $20,000, if the fucking market's gonna be like that by 2035. But that doesn't make sense. You need to give it time. So the older cars become less, and the newer cars keep hitting the market.
Yeah, but here's another thing about
because the average person cannot buy a Tesla.
The lithium-ion batteries in electric cars fail probably at half-life in comparison to engines.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because another thing is, in wintertime, the battery fucking goes like fast. It fades out fast.
Yeah, because you're trying to heat up your car and shit. Yeah.
So to me, it just feels like I think it's a great idea. Electric cars, blah blah blah.
They have to do a lot of work.
I think it's a waste of time.
I don't think it's a waste of time. I just think it's going to take a long time.
Well, let's say you're traveling.
Well, yeah.
Let's say you're traveling from here to Vegas, and within 4 hours. Then you got to pull over at a gas station or something. I'm not. This isn't
I think 75 to 80 miles an hour. I think you can drive for 6-7.
But here's the deal: you got to wait 30 minutes to an hour. I'm assuming to let it charge.
It's like at the supercharger stations. I believe the amount of time was 3 to 6 hours.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So your trip that's supposed to only last you 6 hours becomes extended. Compared to fueling at the pump under 15 minutes, maybe 10.
Well, what's going to end up happening?
Get up and go.
What's going to end up happening is they're gonna have to do something where your car can recharge on the road, and that's going to be solar power. It's going to have to be solar power.
But because they're trying to jump too fast to it when it's something that needs to take time.
And that's the problem is that they're trying to force people to.
Yeah, you're right. They're forcing.
Yeah, they're trying to force people to buy electric cars. When they're too expensive, and
hey, you want cheap gas? Get an electric car for $70,000.
Yeah, and the technology hasn't caught up with people yet. We've had combustion engines since the early 20s of 100 years ago, right, or more. So we've had time to adjust to those cars and make them efficient. And now we're going to have to do the same thing for electric cars, and that's not going to be a thing until a big thing until 2040 or something like that, right? So I don't know. It's shitty right now, but it will be good in the future.
Yeah,
it's just they're trying to force people.
And we
to
said
do it
that too. It's a great idea. It's just you can't force something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So this one's about equality.
Yay! Equality.
The U.S. men's and women's soccer team will be paid equally under a new deal. The U.S. Soccer Federation announced Wednesday that it has reached a new deal to pay the U.S. men's national team and the U.S. women's national team equally, eliminating a contentious pay gap that saw female players earning less. The new collective bargaining agreement will run through 2028 and include the equalization of World Cup prize money, the organization announced. In February, the governing board and the women's team announced a settlement to resolve the long-standing pay dispute, with the federation agreeing to pay the two teams equally in the next union contract and give the women's team $22 million in back pay.
$22 million in back pay, wow. Okay, so this is what I'm going to say about that. I agree, because you are on a team you may not be making the same amount of money as the other people, depending on how many viewership you get, how many tickets you sell, but you are doing the same thing. So it's kind of like every other sport, right? It's as long as you're getting viewership and you get sponsorships, you should be getting paid the same, right? So I think what people have confused is that because I'm a female, I'm getting paid less than my male counterpart because they just think that we're not worth that much. When in reality, the way it actually works is if you aren't getting sponsorships or you aren't selling tickets, then you are going to get paid less simply because, you know, we still need a cut to pay for everything.
Okay.
Right? We can't pay you money that they don't have.
Here's the deal.
Here comes the conservative.
Well, no, it's just there's this whole equal thing in sports is very close-minded, and I hate to say it like this, but it feels like it comes mostly from the women sports.
Okay.
So here's the deal. If the women were bringing in the same amount of revenue as the men, then yes.
Okay.
Equal pay all the way. But they're not bringing the same revenue. The men pull in more revenue.
Okay.
You can look at numbers, you can whatever. The men pull in the more revenue. So it just feels like obviously there's a difference in pay because you're not pulling the same revenue.
That's what I was saying, yeah.
Oh, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Oh, okay. Well, that's just the deal.
It's just sponsorships.
It just feels like it's just like a job. If the new guy comes in, but you've been there for 5 years, and let's say you're making $20, okay, and they made 15, but there's this whole movement on everybody should be a socialist type of thing, really. Then now everybody is at 25. You put in 5 years of it. But you put in work. This guy just walked in 2 weeks after training.
Okay, it's a little different. I agree with you up to a certain point.
Well, we're not going to get
into it. But here's the thing is, in my opinion, I don't think you should compare how much your worth is based off how much time and effort you put in. I think everyone should get paid the same in your job. Only because that's what everyone should get paid for that position anyways. Okay. The fact of the matter the fact that you were getting paid the fact that you're getting paid $10 less for all those years, it just means that you're in a shitty company.
Yeah.
And now they're finally paying you what you're worth.
They didn't value.
Yeah, they didn't value, or you didn't do your job correctly.
Back to this because you just like to take a.
Hey man, I mean,
I'm taking a different route.
I like looking at financial side of things and stuff. But back to the soccer thing.
Back to this thing though. What's going to happen? They're going to get equal pay, but something's going to, it's going to go wrong.
Yeah, there's going to be something like,
the men are going to stand up and say something.
Fines will be bigger or something.
Something's going to happen because if women aren't bringing in what the men are, and you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I mean, it doesn't affect the men in reality.
It shouldn't. It's a different federation than the men, right?
Oh, they're making it sound like they're under the same thing.
Oh, well, then it could affect them at that time because it's the same company at that point.
So I don't know, but it's just the women's basketball. I hear the same complaint
that they're getting paid the same.
Yeah, they don't get paid as the NBA guys, and it's like, well, you're not bringing in the fucking things. People are.
I've never watched a WNBA game in my life.
It's garbage.
It is.
From what I hear.
Well, you haven't watched one either.
Okay. But like I keep hearing on the radio, like people go to Ticketmaster and go pay their fucking tickets for the men's fucking basketball.
Right.
You have to waste like $50 at Fries.
Oh yeah, and
you get free two women NBA.
Yeah, you get free ones. You get free. You get like $10 off your
and here's
your ticket for what's the
Mercury.
No, hang on. What's that medieval festival thing?
Medieval Times.
No.
Renaissance.
Renaissance. You get like $10 off your tickets, like 2 tickets at Renaissance at Fry's. You get free WNBA tickets. You get free like Diamondbacks tickets or something like that sometimes.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we can't sell tickets. Can you just hand these out to customers that way just waste at least $50?
So that way it looks like there's a lot of people watching the game or watching the game like in real life. But they didn't actually pay for their tickets.
Could you imagine?
They probably do that.
Beep. Oh, sir,
you just wasted one ticket.
Yeah, you just wasted over $50. Here's 2 tickets to the Phoenix Mercury's. Oh, good God, get that thing away from me! I don't.
Dude, I see that. Sometimes I see that shit on the back of my receipt. I just be like, huh. Chuck.
I'd rather have 3 tacos from Taco Bell. Yeah. If the Coyotes fucking at least shoot one fucking hockey puck. Oh, man. So, I don't know. It just doesn't... If you're not bringing in the same revenue, how can you have equality?
Yeah.
So, I agree. Moving on. A man who allegedly broke into DPS building in Phoenix says he was being chased by demons. Gotta love these
oh god,
superstition ones.
This is the Phoenix Man one.
Police were called out to the DPS building near 20th Avenue and Encanto Boulevard early Sunday morning after an employee called 911 about a possible burglary. Investigators say they found Jerry Savala, 63, who used a fire extinguisher after breaking through doors on the east side of the building.
Oh my god.
Court documents reveal that he told officers, "No, you come get me."
What?
I guess he told officers, "No, you come get me." And a search began with the help of a Phoenix PD helicopter and a canine unit. Ultimately, Savala was arrested and no one was hurt. During an interview with authority, Savala said he smoked G, a slang term for meth, about an hour before the alleged break-in. According to paperwork, he also told investigators he broke in because he was being chased by demons and smashed a window with a rock. Savala also admitted to police he knew it was a government building, but he broke in because he believed no one was going to help him. Savala faces multiple charges, including burglary, endangerment, drug paraphernalia, criminal damage, and trespassing.
I feel like that shit happens way too often. Like drug overdose, or not overdoses, drug use, and then like they just do some crazy shit.
Demons were chasing me, amigo. Demons were chasing me.
He probably also lived in that area too, huh?
Who?
The guy. He said 20th. There's a street, I'm guessing.
Let me see here.
I'm guessing it's street because that would be closer to
20th Avenue and Encanto.
Oh, it was 20th Avenue?
Yeah, 20th Avenue. That's a rough area.
That is a rough area.
That's where
all
the pimps and the prostitutes and the G is at.
Right. Well, that's also Van Buren, right?
No,
or did they change?
Encanto's... I want to say it's north of Thomas Road.
Oh, just barely, like up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Around Camelback area.
Yeah, somewhere between those.
There's a Lou Malnati's over there. It's pretty good.
That's a what?
Lou Malnati's.
I don't know.
It's a pizza place. Very good.
But anywho.
Yeah.
Don't do meth, everybody.
Don't do meth. That's. You know.
Yeah. I don't know what to say. I was hoping for more like crazy fun quotes like, "It was chasing me and it was grabbing me by the pants. So I grabbed the fire extinguisher and I smashed the window. And then I like sprayed the fire extinguisher on the demon, which then I could see him because of white powder of the fire extinguisher. And I screamed and I grabbed a table and I jumped over the table and got under it and pulled some scissors and stabbed the ghost demon. Ah!"
And scene.
And scene. And then they pull him, they handcuff him, and then he'll be just like, "Whoa, that was a trip."
And that's how I went to jail, everybody.
That's some good meth. So anyways, a man accused of sexually abusing a blind woman after meeting on a dating app. Police say a man attacked and sexually abused a blind Phoenix woman he met on a dating app. Terrence Bernard Cooper started messaging the victim on the app, and they eventually exchanged numbers. On Sunday around 1:30 a.m., what the fuck?
At 1:30?
At 1:30 in the morning.
Who meets someone that... Oh, my
Jesus.
God.
She invited him over to her apartment. He arrived with a bottle of gin. The woman says Cooper got aggressive, tried to open her legs, and inappropriately touched her multiple times, according to court documents. When she told him to leave, he grabbed her, threw her to the ground, police said. He then grabbed her by the arm and neck and dragged her to the bedroom, detectives said. He grabbed her phone and said she could have it back if she had sex with him, according to court paperwork. The woman continued to try and get away, but Cooper choked her and hit her in the face, police said. She broke free from him and tried to run out of the apartment, but police said Cooper grabbed her and pulled her back in. She struggled to get away, but she broke free again and made it outside. Cooper ran off, but then I started getting in this weird tone, and then went up to the police officers nearby, claiming he lost his things after he hung out with the blind chick. Court paperwork said he was taken into custody. Police said Cooper told them he never touched the victim and believed the woman was faking being blind to trick him and set him up. He was booked into jail on 1 count of sexual abuse, 1 count of assault, and 1 count of aggravated assault, 1 count of kidnapping, and 1 count of preventing the use of a telephone in an emergency.
Fair.
So, what they don't put on there is she was blind, and she went on a blind date. So...
Literally.
How does that work?
So...
Because if you're an online date...
I feel like this blind chick is stupid, because A, who invites a blind date over to their house at 1:30 in the morning?
How do you call some... Well, they're blind. They can't see time or the sun.
Yeah, but, like... Anyway. But like, oh yeah, come on over. Like, who? What do you think's gonna happen at that time of day?
How do you go through Tinder if you're blind?
Well, you just it might not have been Tinder. Maybe it could have just been. Oh yeah, I'm. What did that picture look like?
The
was
guy?
He just, was he ugly?
Yeah, he was a cross-eyed looking guy.
Oh wow.
So, he was. Here, I'll find it for you. But no, like jumping back.
How do you look at that picture? Well, I mean, if you're blind, then I guess looks don't matter because they can't.
Siri? Do you have Siri read you like the profile?
Yeah, exactly. Like it's called voice narrator or something like that.
Siri, read me this profile.
No. On the setting, like if you go like accessibility on your phone, you can turn on narrator, and then it reads everything left to right, top to bottom of what's on the page.
Terrence Bernard Cooper, 23.
Let me see.
Feels like... Oh, no. I'm trying to... Like, would a Stephen Hawking voice, like, read it for you?
Yeah, kind of. But it would
Terrence
sound...
Bernard Cooper, 23. I like long beaches in the walks.
In the walks?
Can I fuck you? And she's going, touching walls, I guess. That sounds beautiful. Hey, come at my house at 1:30 in the morning.
I wonder if she took a picture and put it on her profile. Like what she looked like.
Oh, well, that's easy.
I don't see them both.
White eyes.
White eyes? Oh. They don't all have white eyes. Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
You know what he looks like? He looks like, this bitch really reported me. That's what his face looks like.
I see it.
Man, I just want to get laid.
So, I don't know.
Surprised he didn't get shot. He is black.
Oh my god.
I mean, if you're a black guy and you're approaching police officers, you gotta be real, like either ballsy or like.
What was it he told him?
He said, "Man, this blind chick attacked me," or something like that. She's lying.
Claiming he's lost his things after he hung out with the blind chick. Hey, officer, the blind chick has my fucking shit, man. I want my shit back. Fucking crazy
Sir,
blind chick.
Sir, turn around.
They go in there. She's like, touching walls. Help me! Can you please help me? Something's fishy here.
Yeah. Anyways.
So moving on.
Yeah.
Because that joke died. Man gets life in prison for traveling to Vietnam to sexually abuse children. The DOJ says, hey, here's a favorite word you like hearing. A Florida man.
There you go. Florida man.
Was sentenced to life in prison for traveling from Florida to Vietnam to engage in sex acts with a number of Vietnamese minors he had met and talked to over the internet, according to the Department of Justice. That's what DOJ stands for. J stands for.
So, Florida man is a chomo.
Yes.
Went to Vietnam to be a chomo.
Yeah. So the DOJ says 52-year-old Christopher Edwin Day pleaded guilty to 2 counts of travel with intent to engage illicit sexual conduct and 2 counts of attempted coercion, and enticement of a minor into legal sexual activity in February 2020. Day traveled from Florida to Vietnam on 2 separate occasions in 2015 and 2016 to engage in sex acts with minor Vietnamese boys.
Oh my god.
Like, Jesus. According to court documents and statements made related to the Day's plea and sentences, Day flew back and forth to Vietnam under the guise of being an English teacher, the documents say. Some boys were introduced to Day as their English teacher, while others were allegedly promised money and gifts. The case was investigated by Homeland Security investigation agents in Tampa and Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam.
Ho Chi Minh.
And was brought as part of a Project Safe Childhood, which is a nationwide initiative to combat the epidemic of child sexual exploitation and abuse. The initiative was launched in 2006 by the DOJ. Anyone with information on suspected child sexual exploitation can contact the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children at 800-843-5678 or at its website. I don't know, I just wanted to throw it.
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's good. That's good. Good information.
So,
Yeah, that happens a lot. I'm surprised that he did it as often as he did without them realizing.
How does that work?
Well, in Vietnam, I feel like it's the same thing in like Philippines and other,
Do you hello class, my name is Christopher, I'm Mr.
So was he actually an English teacher? Or was he just saying that he was?
So he would go in and he's like, hello there everybody, and then write on the board my name is Mr. Day, and we're here to learn English today. And then he'd probably write down on the board.
Can anyone pronounce this word? Coke.
Yeah,
Coke. That's right.
Oh yeah, cook? No, cock. Pronounce cock, little Hochi. Can you write? Now we're gonna learn the word A. That's the letter A. N-A-L. Can you pronounce that, little Hochi? Yeah. Adol. Oh, you're gonna get it, baby. You're gonna get it.
Jesus Christ. You got extra credit. See me after class. All right. Let's just move on here.
Oh man. Oh, you don't want to jump into that one?
No, that's too much pedophilia.
Due to time, we have to cut out one where a counselor fucks a kid in school.
Right.
It was in Tucson, too. I'll just do a quick one. She was 29 and he was 15. Moving on.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
Was it as bad as Bazell then?
I don't know.
Was he also a teacher of the arts?
No.
Oh.
She was a counselor.
Oh, you said... Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I see. Yeah.
I want to get into college.
Oh, it was a 29-year-old female counselor.
Counselor, yeah.
Wow.
And the kid was 15.
So what are we going to say in this case?
I really want to go to college. I'll get you in college.
I'll put in a good word with the dean.
Pull your pants down, little Billy.
Oh, God.
I'm just kidding. It's probably a micro penis. Moving on.
Why did a teacher do that to me?
Are you cringing? Because I'm laughing. Let's see here. Where are
Anyways.
we? Oh, man. So...
In local news.
Yeah. Well, we already started local ones. So, there's a place out in Goodyear. Again, please stop moving here to Arizona.
Is it Goodyear?
Yeah. So, the road is called Yuma, but Yuma Construction forces Romans Oasis to move. So this one kind of hits home because we've both been to Romans. It's a local bar. It's a honky. It's a honky tonk.
It wants to be a honky tonk.
Well,
because it's like if you combine a Tempe bar with a honky tonk. So it's like fake cowboys dressing up.
Well, I'm not going to go in detail because then it's going to excite somebody to come out and live here and.
I went to Romans twice. I didn't like it that much.
It was all right
in comparison to a lot of other bars that I've been to.
It's a good vibe, but it's
expensive.
All I did ever there, I'm gonna tell you right now. All I did every fucking time I was there is I would sit, watch the live country band for a bit, and then go to the DJ area, sit there, have a beer, chat and bullshit with people. And then it pretty much just became from the patio, smoke a cigarette or three, and then back to the DJ area, and then back to the patio, and then back to the DJ area, and then back to the patio. And then by that time, by 1:30, it'd be last call, and then we left, and I smoked another 3 on the way out. So hey,
it was basically
there goes a pack.
What you could do at home, but with strangers.
Sure.
Yeah.
Meeting people.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
So the West Valley staple, Romans Oasis, is set to move to accommodate the expansion of Yuma Road. I do have apprehensions, said Myra Curtis, owner of Romans Oasis. I'm pretty sure I will until we get into the new building. I've had 5 years to get used to it because soon after I purchased the bar, it became known that we were going to be moving at some point because of the roadway. Quote, I've had all these years to formulate a plan and convey that to everyone and really make sure that I'm prepared to move Romans forward in the same manner that it is here and ensure that the historic value stays. Curtis said although it's disheartening the move, God. Although it's disheartening, the move has left her optimistic. If we were to stay and they widen the road, our rooster right out front may or may not be in the right of way, Curtis said. We would not want to have the roadway right up next to the building. It would just be unsafe, and I will not allow that. So we are forced to move, but the city has been incredibly supportive and positive about Roman remaining a part of this project, which is incredible. Curtis took over the business in 2015, 4 years after her father, Roman Comer, died. Roman's wife, Karen, owned the bar during the 4-year gap. Curtis' daughter, Sarah, 36, is a manager and will eventually become owner. The 9,000 square foot bar will relocate to the land just southeast of where it stands, following the building's demolition. Roman's guests can help decorate the new bar to create a similar interior. I'm trying to help settle their fears, Curtis said. I'm going to give them a chance to pick a section or an entire corner, take everything down off the wall, so that when we get over to the new building, it will be very similar. They will be able to put things back in a familiar place for them. The new location will have a similar size, setup, and layout. We will still have 3 or 4 distinctive areas and might just be a little bit of a different footprint, Curtis said. There'll also be some new elements that are inviting.
So they're going to tear down Romans, or are they going to like pick it up and move it?
No, they're going to tear it down.
They're going to tear it down.
They're going to demolish it, rebuild it in this new spot.
Do you know exactly where it's going to be? Is it going to be the
southeast from there? But that area has like a good 2 acres, does it not?
Of the building and the parking lot?
Well, no, the building and the parking lot. And
well, there's
stuff in the back too.
Yeah, there's a giant area behind that, and it's like covered with bushes
just
and shit.
Southeast of that, I don't know where.
So southeast would be
diagonally from where it stands.
Yeah, I'd say like closer to Cotton. No,
I don't know. We'll see what happens, but
I think it'd be closer to Cotton.
So it'd still be like your 4. So it sounds like they're gonna do it the same way, trying to make it look as same.
They better make an actual fucking parking lot.
Why? What's wrong with that?
What do you mean? What's wrong with
that? It's a honky tonk, bro.
Dude, it's
what's better than a dirt fucking road?
Okay, maybe keep it as a dirt road, but like make it bigger. Like it is
bigger.
No, it's not. It's like this. It's like a straight line that's about 15 feet, maybe 20 feet wide. Then yeah, because you can park your cars on each side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you have one strip of road to drive down.
They open like a little empty lot in the back too.
Oh, so it's a little bit bigger. Okay, I guess. But they need to.
So it'd still be like you walk in, it's your little dive bar set. You walk into the next room, it's your DJ club vibe. Mm-hmm. Then the game room, which no one really fucking uses that area.
Sure.
And then the honky tonk side, and then you're back to the dive bar set, and then the patio. But I guess you're gonna try to do something else. I don't know.
Well, honestly, if
shitty,
this would be a good idea, a good opportunity for them to like I guess upgrade their stuff. Like not necessarily make it like a big ass building, but like change some scenery. Increase the size of some areas, reduce the size of some areas. Maybe move the patio from away from the fucking road to like the other side or something.
The patio is going to be like right by the road.
What? Not anymore.
If they didn't move.
They want it to keep the patio next to the road?
Well, if they were to keep it, the patio would be like right there. Because I think the road and the patio will be like right.
I think they could do something like Longhorn, where the patio's kind of looking out towards like a dirt section where there's like cornhole or like an outside bar or something like that, right? It'd be a good opportunity for them to move a lot of the shit that's currently inside outside.
My thing is just like it's such like it feels like a historic building, you know what I mean?
Well, it's been around for
so a why long time. Would you tear it down for your like we have to? My thing is you have to accommodate, you have to cater to all these fucking people that keep moving out here. Mm-hmm. And we're creating jobs and we're creating this and that. Yeah, but you're also like ruining things. You're ruining agricultural fields. You're ruining like historic fucking bars in a way. Mm. You know what I mean? It's just kind of frustrating that you have to cater to others, but not what you have. I don't know.
Yeah, I
don't make sense. Yeah. Like it just doesn't. Like great, we're gonna get the new and improved Romans, but at the same time, like
that's like the only historic building out there.
Kinda.
Everything else was built in the last like 30 years.
Pretty much. So I don't know. I don't know when it was built either, but I mean, fucking place looks like a honky tonk, like it should be, you know?
Yeah.
So, last but not least, the Buffalo Tops mass shooting. The suspect accused of killing 10 people during a barrage of gunfire in a Buffalo, New York supermarket over the weekend. Barrage? How do I
Barrage?
say that? Sure.
Okay.
Over the weekend, visited the city in March, authorities said on Monday. For some odd reason, I'm thinking his name. But anyways, he was 18, allegedly fired several shots in the parking lot of Tops Friendly Market. I guess it was not very friendly that day.
Right.
He appeared to have planned to unleash this horrific attack around 4 p.m. Friday, which he said he had determined was the busiest time of the day, according to his 180-page manifesto.
Oh my God.
It's unclear then why he instead allegedly did so on Saturday afternoon. He allegedly claimed in the manifesto that he chose the Buffalo's top store because of his demographic breakdown as having, quote, the highest black percentage that is close enough to where I live, end quote. It just sounds so stupid, man.
Racism.
Then this guy who I couldn't find his name, who is white, pulled up to the Tops grocery store around 2:30 p.m. Saturday and immediately began firing off shots, wounding 4 people in front of the market before making his way inside. Buffalo Police Commissioner Joseph Gramaglia said. Jesus Christ, what the hell's going on out there? 3 of the 4 victims died. Once inside, he exchanged fire with the store security guard Aaron Salter, who is a retired police officer. Officials have said Salter fired several rounds at the guy before the suspect fatally shot him, Gramaglia said. 2 parallel investigators at the state and federal levels are being conducted, officials said. 10 people were shot and killed. 3 were injured. 11 of the victims were black, officials said. The deceased victims were identified as Roberta, 32, Margus, 52, Andre, 53, Aaron, 55, Geraldine, 62, Celestine, 65, Hayward, 67. Dude, all these people are old. Catherine, 72, Pearl, 77, and Ruth, 86.
And those are all black people?
I'm assuming so. So.
And this is Buffalo, New York, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Buffalo, New York.
So we all know that, you know, there's a lot of racist white people out there. I mean, I figured that's not like a huge, you know, news, I guess, thing that like that'll. Oh, that's hard hitting. I didn't expect that to happen. Whenever it's a mass shooting, I feel like it's only like exclusively been white people. You know what I'm saying? Like there was the
one in New York.
The subway shooter wasn't a mass shooter. He I think he shot like 2 or 3 people, but he didn't have I think it was just a handgun, and it was a black guy.
So
and he was crazy. But I don't think anyone died.
I don't remember.
But this guy wrote a manifesto.
Yeah.
Went there with at least a semi-automatic weapon. And killed 10 people. Yeah. And he was aiming for black people. Like that, it was a racial attack. Like it's a pretty close case, you know.
This is a different article, but I guess on the different article, but something about the manifesto is he expects to go to prison, either die there or someday be freed as a hero after white people fight back en masse against the attempt to replace them in the lands where they live, committing what calls an act of terrorism, and as a method of warning all non-white people to leave white territory while you still can. As long as a white man lives, you will never be safe here.
I feel like that is like the main reason that people don't like being white anymore. It's like you're talking about black people and like non-white people replacing white people, and it's like maybe this is the exact reason that people would end up doing that. You're cause and effect. You're making it happen yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So somewhere I read or listened, he believed in some kind of like a replacement theory, where he believes that people of race or color are replacing the white people, and he was against it or something.
Replacing as in like...
I don't remember what it is. It's an old theory.
Well, I mean... Oh, you mean like interracial breeding?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, yeah, of
taking
course.
All, like, the
of course that's going to happen.
In government.
Of course that's going to happen. That's the way that evolution works. You kind of breed together and eventually everyone's going to be the same color because there's going to be there's so many different races, keeping the gene pool going. Eventually, if you're Mexican and I'm black and our skin tones are different, eventually our kids will have the same skin tone. You know what I'm saying? Like our grandchildren or whatever. So, down the line. It's eventually going to happen, but...
So, for some odd reason...
he just sounds like a white supremacist.
Yeah. Well, I guess... I'm trying to find things on the go, but... a lot of people are... Here, I'll just read this. Because a lot of people keep blaming... The media and, like... Democrats are blaming Tucker Carlson.
For this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because... So, I think I found the right paragraph, but I could be wrong. And they also, blame, Ben Shapiro. So, many have noted the
similarity... Ben Shapiro's a Jew, isn't he?
Yeah. Many have noticed the similarity between the Buffalo shooters' great replacement theory. The liberals are trying to replace the current electorate with new, more obedient voters from the third world. Which, in other words... I'll break it down. But in other words...
That's what Tucker Carlson said?
No. This is the great replacement theory I was telling you about. Okay. That this guy believed in.
Okay.
With the idea of we'll bring in illegals... And illegals will thank us by voting for us.
For Democrats.
To keep us in order,
yeah. Okay, got you.
So, that liberals are trying to replace the current electorate with new, more obedient voters from the third world, and theories espoused on Tucker Carlson's show on Fox News. This is because Carlson has said, I quote from his show, that liberals are trying to replace the current electorate with new, more obedient voters from the third world. The existence of this belief cannot be suppressed. It is on social media, it is on Fox News, but I rarely see it expressed in a form of repulsive as the one it takes in this manifesto with its images of hook-nosed, demonic Jews and grotesque animalistic caricatures of black people. So yeah. Let's see here.
That was in his manifesto?
Well, yeah, that was in his manifesto. Yeah, demonic Jews. And
so I think the reason behind that, what he's thinking...
People are tying racism, this type of racist shit, to conservatives on Fox. Or Ben Shapiro, who's a conservative Jew.
I think...
Which Ben Shapiro has said, in his manifesto, he is drawn as a rat.
Ben Shapiro is drawn as a rat?
Yeah, so this guy in the manifesto drawn Ben Shapiro as this rat.
Because... Yeah,
he just didn't like,
No. Do you know what that's supposed to represent? In World War II, when the Holocaust was taking place, the Jewish population was represented as rats in that area, and that's why they were exterminated.
But they're tying this racist guy to Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, and Ben
Shapiro's conservative, and it's I'm in the manifesto.
Right,
I'm drawn as a rat.
Right, why would I?
How am I tied to this? The same thing goes to Tucker Carlson.
I understand what you're saying for that. That's just the news trying to make their names sound worse.
Well, they're finding scapegoats to turn get the people riled up.
Yeah, because it's easy to do that.
It pisses me off because you're taking a real big problem and you're turning it on someone because you're desperate and you won't get the votes in November.
I don't know about the votes thing, but I agree with the sentiment.
They're losing a lot of people.
You're losing, so you're trying to make everyone else sound
riled up to turn to be on your side.
Let's say that Biden was going to lose the next election. Let's say that he gets reelected or is attempting to get reelected versus some other Republican. It doesn't matter if it's Trump or someone else. If some random shit happens. And they try to blame it on the conservatives or blame it on the Republican Party, then that would be a desperate ploy to try to keep Democrats in office. Unless it was actually a Republican candidate or someone on the what's it called, the board
administration,
or something like that actually committed a crime that was very heinous, then they shouldn't be held accountable just because the party
it just feels like they're desperate right now.
Yeah.
So anything they can get in the news and turn it to have them people like maybe raise their numbers.
Yeah.
Because we've already seen the numbers on Biden. People are turning on him left and right.
Well, yeah.
And right now we're pretty big on the Democrats. There's all Democrats for the most part in the White House and Congress, Senate, whatever, House, whatever. So it feels like they're desperate because they want to stick in power. So they're trying to find any problem and trying to rile up the people to get them on their side again. Mm. For example, what happened with the leak of the abortion?
Oh, yeah.
We quit hearing about that.
That kind of went away.
It didn't work out. You know, you didn't rile up the crowd enough. Okay, next thing here. Oh, a shooter. Let's say it's Fox News and Tucker Carlson. Let's try to censor them so they don't say these things. And then we get, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's really shitty that, but of course the government. So, you know, go figure.
Right.
You know.
This
shit's sad. They lost a lot of lives and all this shit for media and the government to kind of
try to blame it on
someone.
Trying to blame it on anyone else but the person that actually did it. You know?
So, you know what I mean? Like, oh, this is Fox's News is doing, and this is Tucker Carlson.
What they're probably saying is, oh, yeah, since he listened to these people a lot, then they kind of made him do it.
I heard he didn't listen to Fox, and he hated Tucker Carlson.
And he hated...
and Shapiro.
Shapiro, obviously.
And yet the media is blaming these guys because, of course... They want to shut down people that are against them, like Fox and conservatives and Republican, whatever.
Didn't Tucker Carlson get fired from Fox or something?
No, he's still there.
I thought something happened to him. Like
no,
they were canceling him because something happened. Like he was trying to incite violence. And they're like, oh, we can't have you on the show anymore. Did something like that happen? I heard something like that.
I remember.
Okay, well,
he's just always
yeah. But anyways,
so I mean
It's interesting. I mean, obviously, it's a tragedy that happened.
It is. But I think it's more of a... You gotta be blind to not notice.
Well, that's what I think.
You know what I mean?
That's what I think the Democratic Party's trying to do.
You gotta be really... You know what I'm saying? You know, how stupid do you think people are because...
the government thinks we're real fucking stupid.
Well, yeah. Because
they're like, Johnny Depp is still on trial for the last month and a half, and they're still focusing on that over the abortion thing. And the abortion thing happened 2 weeks ago. Johnny Depp's been on trial for a month.
I think they're just trying to see what they can use to make people get back on their side and raise their poll numbers. But
or just keep the bad news for the Democratic Party out of the news.
Yeah. And who attacks it? Fox News, conservatives, all that shit. Elon Musk.
It's easy to blame.
So they're trying to censor these people so they don't get the word out. But I don't know. I think here's the deal. I think if the government did something and it didn't affect our way of living and wallets, I think a lot of people will be like, oh, whatever, it doesn't have to do with me. I move on.
Right.
But
if it affects your wallets, it's like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah, right now we're seeing food, gas.
Gas went up 200% since the Biden administration.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? So it's affecting our way of living and our wallets, which is making them lose... which is going to make them lose a lot of seats in this mid-election, midterm election. You know what I mean? So
I can't say for a fact that it is the Biden's administration that's causing all these
here's the deal.
Prices to raise.
Yeah, and
I can't say for a fact,
right?
But it's very the consequence of it happening. While I'm not going to say it's just Biden's fault. It seems very in line with the fact that Biden took over.
Here's the deal.
Right when this shit started happening.
Here's the deal. If the government was more straightforward with us, I think it would be different. Does that make sense? Trump was a little bit of that. You know, like, bear with us, we're going to do this here, but we'll get through it, and sooner or later it'll be nothing. COVID. Oh, Mr. President, blah, 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 blah. It'll be here for a bit, bear through it.
Ended up happening for 2 years.
And we'll get through it. Well...
It's still technically going.
Well, it got worse after Biden came in, but moving on. But what I'm trying to get at is... This administration is not taking... It's not comforting people. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
They get asked questions like nonstop, and everybody now like, Mr. President, this is going on. What are we going to do about it?
We have people looking into that.
Yeah.
Or some shit.
Yeah, it'll be some like, Putin, if you just buy electric cars, and it's Putin's fault, and buy a car, you won't go through this. Or, Speaker or whatever, fucking Nancy Pelosi or Jen, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always an excuse to everything of saying we're looking into it, just bear with us. If we were to de-inflate the inflation, we would have to take this risk here. But after this risk, we can't tell you how long it would last, but we're expecting it to be a short term. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they give you a definitive answer, then the people would feel comfortable about it. I'm like, okay, this shouldn't take too long. But when you're giving excuses left and right because you don't want to take the blame because you're desperate to stay in the position you're in, you're losing people. You lost the point of what you were trying to do.
Yeah.
So, but that's been my TED Talk.
This is my TED Talk, guys. Wow.
Does that make sense, though? Or, okay.
Yeah, I got you.
So, but anyways, well, that is it.
For today.
Okay, well, I don't know.
All right, yeah, no,
I got so like serious and like.
See, that's how I feel when we're talking about like financial shit and some politics.
Feels like,
it just feels natural, like you're just talking.
Yeah, it just
we could do that more.
Well,
like just dedicate an entire episode to like discussing our politics, like
Yeah. Unlike the abortion argument.
Dude,
what's a fetus? What's a baby?
We could have done that for like 2 hours, dude. I'm serious.
Oh my god.
But there's a lot of shit that we could talk about.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyways. All right.
Well, guys, this has been in about an hour. I'm Cisco.
I'm Josh.
And this is about an hour. Again, follow us, like us, all that stuff. We are on YouTube. We are on Facebook. We're now officially on Spotify, Reddit, obviously the original on Twitch.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely spread the word and give us a like and subscribe and give us a listen and feedback, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah, exactly.
You got anything?
Any words of wisdom? You got another word of wisdom for me? That last one I didn't understand. You said something about fucking a dog.
Okay, fine. Yeah, that's right. There's a lot of head holders out there, but not a lot of dog fuckers. And Josh is very confused by this.
Yes.
So I'm gonna reiterate.
Okay, you're gonna
right.
Yeah.
Here we go. So you want to be the guy fucking your wife. You don't want to be the husband sitting on the corner watching your wife get fucked
while jacking off or something. Like
well,
that.
Yeah. Don't be the cuck.
Don't be the cuck. That's gonna be the word of wisdom for today. Don't be the cuck.
Don't be the cuck. Later.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Appreciate it. All right, talk to you guys next time.
All right, later.